Good morning. Good morning. We only got 3 this morning. I figured we'd scare quite a few people away with this whole 90-minute idea, but we'll be back to 60 minutes next week. Welcome, Carrie and company. Ed, nice to see you. Cool. Let's just do it. Let's go. 90 minutes is great. Scares lots of people. So, welcome. It is the last class for this 40-day series that I've been doing. It's been 6 weeks. This is the 36th class I've uploaded in 6 weeks, and it's going to be a 90-minute journey into power. I think we're going to do the traditional journey into power. I didn't love the series, the sequence from the book this week. I'm not going to lie, didn't feel as good in my body, didn't feel as complete at the end. So we'll do a journey into power. We'll flow through. Listen to your body. Okay, this is Triumph. Carrie, you did this program with me, and anyone else that's out there that might be catching this that's doing a 40 days program, if you catch this on the last day, this is we're already done a couple days ago. So Triumph that you're still here doing yoga. These classes are beyond the 40 days. And it's just 90 minutes, it really gives you the opportunity to fully get into these poses and into your body and take our time. And just the whole is the goal. Get through the whole practice, take rest whenever you need it. If 90 minutes is something that you're attempting here, and it's something that's normally a longer practice than you normally do, just be compassionate for yourself, okay? Take child's pose where we're gonna start, or a fold, or a down dog, anytime you need to rest. And yeah, challenge yourself too, right? Just being honest with what's there for you. Just resting and working for the right amount. Okay, let's take child's pose, yeah? Take your knees wide. Settle back onto your heels. Let your body land on your yoga mat. The laws of transformation for this last week of the program, one of them is the whole is the goal. Understand that the whole is the goal. Really what that means to me, especially applying to the yoga practice, is just making sure that each moment that you're doing what's going to keep you strong, what's going to keep you connected to the practice, not pushing, not forcing, really balanced in your actions. Not getting stuck in what you've already done, not getting caught up in what's coming next, but just right here, what's the right action for your body to get you connected, to make you empowered. The whole body being part of the pose, so not just the muscles that are in the most amount of intensity, but really making sure your fingers, your toes, your mind, all centered here. Take 5 more breaths in and out. Starting to wake up Ujjayi breath through the nose, audible. It's long breaths. Spread your fingers and your toes on your mat. Press your knuckles, press the tops of your feet down, stretch the ankles. A couple more here, in. Out. Nice big breath, fill up. Sit a little bit deeper into the child's pose. Tabletop. Take your hips back to downward facing dog. Really intentional in setting up the foundation of the pose. Your hands and your feet, spread them, ground them, softening through the joints. The body's fluid, it's not rigid. Just getting clear in these first few poses, getting integrated to the practice. How's your body feeling? Is there anywhere that feels tight that you want to have extra awareness of, extra attention on? Send your breath there, send your energy, your focus. Just allow yourself to soften. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Press down. Draw the pit of your belly in towards your spine. Come up onto your toes on your breath in. Bend your knees on your breath out. Look forward and step to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart, halfway lift, the flat back. And fold into ragdoll. Interlace your hands at opposite biceps, elbows, and just allow the upper body to dangle here for a few minutes. Well, a few breaths at least. Press down into the four corners of both feet. Lengthen through the backs of your legs. Just allow the upper body, the head, the arms, the neck to release. Stay with your breath. Acknowledge any of you that are there doing this practice, whether it's live or whether you're taking it on from the recordings. Like, Triumph is already present in your practice. Showing up, knowing what you're getting yourself into with 90 minutes, getting onto your mat, making time in the day, especially the 90 minutes. I know it's like makes it that much longer. I've been experiencing that this past week. Hard work is over. Just consider that. You're here. You've got the time set aside. Now the work of listening to your body and just going with the flow. Triumphantly, powerfully. Take a breath in. Fold a little deeper. Really let go of the weight of the head and arms. Take one more breath. Exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Bring your feet back into true north. So your big toes are almost touching, heels a little wider than the toes. Come up to a flat back, long spine right here. And fold. Extended mountain pose, sweep your arms all the way up. Big stretch. Fold forward, chest to thighs. Flat back. Draw the belly in. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Lower down, low plank as you exhale. Upward facing dog. Point your toes back. Press through the tops of your feet as you lift up. Chest forward. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Ground your hands and feet. The foundation of the pose, hands, feet, and core. Connected to center by drawing the belly in. And connected to your mat. Connected to your body from your fingers to your toes. Breathe in. Soften the elbows and knees. Just check that you're not rigid. You're not locking out, hyperextending. Keep that fluid quality to the body. Malleable, moldable. Breathe in. Breathe out. Couple more here. Fill your lungs. Get your eyes open too. Make sure that you've got your gaze intentional and focused. See one spot between your feet. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your heels and bend your knees. Look between your hands, gaze forward, and then you'll step right there. Halfway lift, eyes at the top of your mat. Fold. Take your gaze towards your belly button. Hug into your legs. Extended mountain pose. Reach up. Look past your fingertips. See the ceiling or the sky. Fold forward. Look back to your center. Chest to thighs. Flat back. Eyes at the top of your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low plank. With your eyes right where they are. Keep them focused at that one point. Upward facing dog. Look up as you lift your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Eyes land back between your feet. Drishti, another tool. What you're looking at, what you're putting your attention on. If you need to look at the screen, or someone maybe that's practicing there with you to get clear on a pose, that's okay, but just check how often you're in the analysis, trying to get it right. Land your eyes and really focus on the experience, the feeling of the pose, the feeling of your body doing the pose, instead of trying to get the alignment perfect. It's more about being present, landing an intentional gaze. Each moment of this practice, where you're looking matters. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press down. Pull the pit of the belly in. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Eyes right there. Fold. Look to center. Extended mountain. Reach up. Look up. Fold. Halfway lift. Keep your eyes where they are at the top of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Gaze steady. Upward facing dog. Look up. Lift your thighs up off the mat. Downward facing dog. Eyes back. Waking up the body here. Starting to build some heat through the intentional setting up of the poses, the intentional engagement of the muscles, skin to muscle, muscle to bone, hugging in, belly to spine. Take a breath in. Press down. Fill up. Hug your outer shins in, like energetically waking up the body. No muscles engaged. No movement needs to happen sometimes. Just the isometric. Pressing, pulling. Hug in to create the full expression in the body. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look to the top of your mat. Hop or step. Right there. Flat back as you inhale. Fold. Empty out. Extended mountain pose. Reach up. And fold. Lengthen the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flowing with your breath. Upward facing dog. Press down, chest forward. Downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. A full exhale. Building heat. All of these tools of this practice to keep you present. There's the breath, there's the gaze, the physicality, the heat, the tapas that builds. Keep your focus on those tools. Take the focus off your thoughts. Analysis, judgment, comparison to yourself, to me, to someone else around you. Your practice, your body, that's where the focus is. Keep it there. Press down. Lift and bend the knees with your lungs empty. Hop or step forward. Flat back, fill, and lengthen. Fold. One more, extended mountain. Big reach, go up, start to go back a little bit. Fold. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Shoulder blades draw back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Press down through your knuckles as you lower down. Upward facing dog. Press the floor away. Chest through the window of the arms. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Keep resetting when you hit down dog. It's a reset. Check back in. Hands, feet, core, intentional. Breath. Gaze. Your breath creating heat. Build an inner fire with your Ujjayi breathing. Make it louder. Make it longer. Long inhale. Full exhale. Press all that air out. Inhale onto your toes. Bend your knees. Pause. Empty. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana, chair, or thunderbolt. Sit as deep as you can. So it can be more like a thunderbolt pose where you're not quite as deep in the seat, keeping the work through the feet and the legs. Lift the front of your pelvis and scoop your tailbone down. Bring more work through the thighs and the core, the glutes. If you've got the strength, the mobility, sit as deep as you can. Take 3 more breaths. Lift your fingers, your chest. Sit your hips deeper. Press the mounds of the toes. Squeeze the pit of the belly. Full breath in. Stay for the breath out. 1 more. Big reach up. Look to your fingertips. Hands down, hips up, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back. Lower down with the exhale. Upward facing dog. Lift your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, step your right foot between your hands. Reach your arms up. See up past your fingers. So instead of looking at your legs, you might catch yourself keeping and checking on the legs. Keep your gaze at one spot, will you? Ground your feet without looking down. And then pull your right hip bone back and your left hip forward. So you're squaring your hips to the top of your mat without looking. Yeah, if you keep glancing down, keep the gaze steady at one point up past your fingers. 3 breaths in. Feel your lunge deepen. Root the feet. Engage the core. Breath in. Stay for the breath out. Lunge a little deeper if it's there. 1 more breath. Spark the fingers. Reach them up. Plant your hands. Lower down. High to low. Push up. Upward facing dog. Press the floor. Lift forward. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1. Left side. Step your foot between the hands. Reach your fingers and your gaze up. Lunge. Same alignment. Left hip bone back. Right hip bone forward. Square the hips. Scoop the belly in. 3 breaths. Find your deepest, most powerful expression right here. Inhale. Exhale. Reach and lunge. Take 1 more big breath in. Plant the hands. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Reset. Feel the heat you're building, the vitality that you're generating in your body. 3 more. In. And out. Press down. Pull belly in, skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees, empty. Spring loaded, ready. Hop to the top of your mat. Try it out. See, flat back. Fold. Utkatasana, chair, thunderbolt, sit down as deep as you can. Just the 1 breath and then fold as you exhale. Flat back. Belly engaged, Chaturanga Dandasana, flowing it out with your breath, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, right side, just the 1 breath. Step through, inhale, reach up. Fill, fill, fill. And then flow, empty. Plant your hands, step back. Up dog. Press and lift. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Left side. Use the breath. Not rushing. Using every last sip of air. Plant your hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. If your breath becomes labored, don't work as hard. Breath is a pillar. You don't work so hard. You don't build so much heat that you're out of breath. You don't work so hard that you get distracted. Give up. The whole is the goal. The right amount of work for you. Are you listening to that? Compassionate to your body? Or are you forcing? Is your ego guiding you through? Let's check in. Your ego will push you till you get exhausted and then tell you there's no point in working that hard. So like finding balance, that's the work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Pause. Hug in. Hop to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana, sit down. Uttanasana, fold. Chest to thighs. Flat back, shoulders back. Chaturanga Dandasana, moving with breath. Upward facing dog, lift your thighs, your shoulders up. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side, one breath. Full inhale, full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana, plant the hands. You can float your right toes if you want to add that in. Upward facing dog. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Step through, root to rise. And flow with breath. Toes can hover if you want to play with that. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Taking our time. We've got that extra 30 minutes, so there's no rush. Nothing has to be modified. Again, your body might have to be, but the flow, time, go with the flow. Breath by breath, where you are, not the practice you've done before, not what you're expecting. Expect the unexpected from your body and it'll surprise you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Even longer inhale. Fill all the way up. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees, empty out. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold forward. Utkatasana, sink down. And fold. Halfway lift. Shoulders back, belly in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow with your breath. Upward facing dog. Chest forward. Downward facing dog, hips back. Warrior one, right side. Stay with the breath. Keep sipping air in all the way up. Go into a little back bend maybe. Chaturanga Dandasana, plant the hands. Right toes can float. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Full expression. Warrior one. Breathing in, reaching. Chaturanga Dandasana, plant the hands. Flow it out. Left toes can float. They can. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Press down. Soften the joints. Lift the upper arm bones. Melt your chest towards the floor. 2 more. Steady gaze. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Land your feet right there. Flat back. Fold forward, hug in. Utkatasana, sink down into your seat, reach up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, move with breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Full expression. Last one on this side. Go for it. Reach for it. Chaturanga Dandasana. Float the right toes. See what happens. Add it in. Upward dog. Lift your thighs. Downward facing dog. Left side. Last warrior one here. Go for it. Big full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana. Moving that energy through. Left toes can float. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out. Feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your right foot up. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Three-legged dog option. So stacking right hip over the left. Flex the foot. Take a breath in. And stay here or flip your dog as lightly as you can. Let that right foot fall behind you. Get the feet parallel, hip distance apart. Start lifting the hips. Start reaching those right fingers forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down. Lift up. Take one more breath in. High plank. Side plank. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. Flex the feet. Stacking the joints. Yeah, bottom wrist under the shoulder, not out in front of you too far. Get the joints stacked, shoulders and wrists. With your feet flexed, your core active. You might lift that top leg. Expand your expression of the pose to its fullest right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. You got this. Go for it right to your edge. One more breath in. Peak it. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Feet together. Other side. Left foot up. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Take a full inhale. Take a full exhale. Lift your knee as high as it'll go. Lightly land. Flip dog. Press the feet down. Drive the hips up. Reach forward through your fingers. 3. Fullest expression. Press down, pull in to create that full expression up and out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Lion's breath. Stick out the tongue. High plank. Side plank. Heels to the left. Right arm up. Flex your feet. In the gaze up will be a bit more challenging. Challenge yourself here. Get playful, curious, triumphant in your fullest expression for 3. Lift and squeeze. Big breath in. Big breath out. Just an inhale. Plant your hands. Flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the right foot up. Step your right foot between your hands. Crescent lunge. On your back toes, similar to warrior one. Keep the back heel lifted though. Arm bones back by your ears. Take a breath in. Do that. Pull the arm bones back. Shoulder blades connect onto your thoracic spine, the center of your back. Keep that shoulder integration. Hands to heart center. Inhale forward. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Revolving crescent lunge. You're going to hook your left elbow onto your right knee. Twist. If you need to, take your left hand down inside your right foot and open up your arms. Whatever gives you access to the twist, go there. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders back. Belly strong. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha, the muscle engagement of the core to support the twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior 2. Open up, ground that back foot. Reach your arms to the front and back of your mat. Really settle in, yeah? Let that front knee descend, keeping the knee in line with the ankle, so not like caving in too much, okay? Keep it lined up, right knee with right ankle. Gaze lined up with your front middle finger. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the crown of your head up. Melt your shoulder blades down and back. A few more breaths. Strong legs, strong core. In and out. Full breath. Hold right here. Extended side angle. Reach forward with the right fingers. Then you can bring right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Also an option to come down to the inside of your right foot with your fingers. If you use a yoga block there, that helps sometimes. Keep that left shoulder drawing back. Breathe in. Press through your feet. So keep the work in the legs. Space in the upper body twist. 3. 2 more. In and out. Full expression. Reach. Stay for the twist. Plant your hands on the mat as you breathe in. Step back to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot lifted up. Step through crescent lunge on your back tip toes. Mounds of the toes ground into your mat. Take your arms up by your ears. Take a moment here to integrate the shoulders, to find that length in the upper body. Space. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest. Keep the shoulders wrapping back. Lengthen forward. Twist. Right elbow to left knee. Or again, opening the arms, fingertips to the ground or a block. If you need that support, take it. Your body. Your practice. The whole is the goal. Listening to each moment as it lands for you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen from the back heel forward. Twist the upper body. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take one more right here. Twist it out. Warrior 2. Open up. Reach your fingers. Reaching out with the fingertips. Plugging in the shoulder blades. Fill. Check how deep you can take the lunge. Keeping that knee in line with the front ankle. You might have to glance down and you can probably feel it. Keeping that like opening towards the pinky toe a little bit. 4 corners of both feet. Pressing firmly into your mat. Breathe. Just stay. Just be still. Know that you're strong enough to hold it, to be present, to breath, to gaze. No distraction. Just here and now. A few more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extended side angle. Reach forward. The left fingers can be elbow to knee. Can be fingertips to the inside of the foot. If you have any other variations that you want to practice, go for it. I'm just doing it as written, Journey into Power. No extra stuff, because there's plenty of work to do in the pose. Sometimes the extras are just a distraction. Be here. Breathe powerfully. Focused. 3. 2. Twist deeper. Lunge further. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Plant your hands. High to low plank with your exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. And fold. Chair. Thunderbolt. Weight into the heels. Still pressing through the mounds of the toes, but let your shin bones sink back. Tailbone scoops down. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. And twist. Prayer twist to the right. Pressing the palms to your heart center. Wrapping the shoulder blades onto your back. Breathe in. Scoop the pit of the belly in and up. Feel the support from there. Inhale. Exhale. Sit deeper, yeah? Lengthen and twist. Possibility right here, as deep as you can go. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And release. Feet hip distance apart. Fingers to toes forward fold. You'll scoop up your big toes with your peace fingers, your first two fingers. Feet nice and wide, yeah? And then this will let go of the upper body. It's time to recharge. Rest. Soften your knees as much as you need to. Really let go of the upper body. You're not holding your head up and crunching up the neck. Okay, let it just dangle down. Catch your breath, slow it down, slow your heartbeat a little bit. By landing, a moment of rest. Breathe in and breathe out. One more here. Soften. Release your toes. Bring your feet back to touch. True north. Toes are almost touching. Heels are separated. Chair. Thunderbolt, as deep as you need to sit. Twist. Hands at heart center. Hook the right elbow to the left knee. Wrap both shoulder blades back. Keep that engagement, integration. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen your spine. Deepen your twist. For 3. For 2. Go a little further. Sit a little deeper. Take one more in. Lengthen the spine. Go as far as you can. Release. Feet hip distance apart. Palms to toes. Forward fold. Gorilla. Taking the palms underneath the feet from the front. Press your toes into your wrists. Press the tops of your hands down into your mat. Get that wrist stretch. If you don't have the mobility for this, it can be on the tops of the feet or even on a block if you need it. Yeah, just getting into that stretch. Let the upper body go. Shift your weight forward into the toes a bit more so you've got your hips over your heels. Just let your head dangle down. Breathe in. Where can you soften more? Letting go of some resistance here, some tension in the body. Take a really deep bend in your knees if you need that, right? Letting the chest rest on the thighs. Breathing fully. Inhale and exhale. Again. Take one more breath. Release your feet. Plant your palms on the mat. We're going to set up for crow pose. So step your feet back a couple, maybe 2 feet away from your hands. Feet touching. It's important to keep the feet connected. And then from here, bend your knees Get your knees into the backs of your armpits, into your triceps. Not on the outside if you can avoid this, okay? So the actual form here is on the backs of the triceps, hugging knees towards center to keep them connected there. This is crow pose, okay, with your feet on the ground. You can take the pose from right here. Plenty of work. I can feel it. If you want to play with coming up, you start to bend the elbows to make a shelf and let the feet, one or both feet, lift up off the mat. This might be one. It can be both. Ground all your knuckles and keep your gaze out in front of your hands, like at the top of your mat, just in front of it, for 3. For 2. Knees hugging in, belly strong. Take a breath. Shoot back or step back, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Sweep up. All the way up to stand. Eagle. Take your right arm under your left arm. Right leg over your left leg. If you don't have the arm bind, genie arms work. Yeah, stacking hands and elbows. Wherever you are, squeeze into center here. Keep that hug to center, your core engaged. Tailbone scooping down. Sit down into it. Breathe in. Soften the face, the gaze. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Coming back to balancing here, keeping the gaze steady, the body engaged at center line. Sweep up. Keep your eyes steady. Eagle on the left. Left arm under, left leg over. Pull in. Bend that standing knee. Scoop the pit of the belly in. See if you can take it any deeper. A couple more. Steady breaths. Coming back to center, equanimity. If you got agitated, fired up from that crow, perfect. That was the warrior series, getting us fired up, building strength and heat. Sweep up. Back to balance now. Focus, centered, warrior, or no, eagle on the right side. No warriors. We're good here. No warriors, just coming in. Feel that connection. Biceps, inner thighs, belly to spine, all pulling into each other. Settle deeper. Full inhale. Full exhale. Again, a long breath in. Elbows up in line with the shoulders. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Sweep up. Exhale to the other side. Eagle on the left. Elbows in line with shoulders, and then the shoulder blades plug back. Keep that connection. Inhale. And exhale. Sink down. Pull in. 3. 2 more. Full breath. Just go a little deeper if it's there. Inhale, arms up. Take hands to hips. Draw the right knee up towards your chest and then grab onto it with the right hand. Standing leg raised to the front. You can extend the left arm out for balance. Take a breath in. Open your right knee or your right leg to the right side of your mat. You can grab hold of your toe or your foot if you want to straighten the leg. Play with it. Keep the belly engaged, supporting through core and through gaze. Find balance. Now, bottom knee is not locked out, okay? Make sure there's a bounciness to your leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open a bit more. Exhale, foot back to center. Extend the leg out, arms up. Take a breath in, toes as high as they can go. and then fly back, airplane pose. Press your heels straight back. Arms reach back beside your body. Shoulders might be rolling forward. Wrap them onto your back and lift through the collarbones, through the chest. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Hands to heart center, and then open to half moon. If you need a prop here, you can take a block or a water bottle underneath your left fingers. Stacking the joints, right hand up, right ankle lifting high for 3, for 2, full expression, find it, expand it, breathe in, feet together, fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Sweep all the way up. Take standing leg raise on the left side. Bring the knee up. Grab hold of it. Open up to the left. You can take your right arm out if you need that for balance. Fullest expression that you've got right here. Find it, open as wide as you can. Tall as you can be through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhale. Open a little wider. Take one more breath in. Foot back to center. Arms up. Toes up. Breathe in. Fly back. Airplane. Arms back beside your body. Breathe in. Press that right foot down. Create a lift through the chest. Shoulder integration. Inhale. Turn the left toes down. Keep the hips squared to the floor. One more. In and out. Hands to heart center. Open your hips. Half moon. Whoop. Stack now. Left hip over the right. Shoulders and wrists are all stacked, and then creating lift through that back leg. For 3. For 2. Press down, lift to your fullest expression, and then fold feet together. Well done. Flat back. Fold forward. Sweep up. Take dancer on the right side. Grab the inside of your right foot. Come back to a steady gaze here. Focus in front. Grab the inside of your right ankle and you'll kick back into your right hand. Create that tension in the back arm. Flex your foot. Lift your heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Strong core. Really intentional gaze. Full inhale. Full exhale. One more, a little higher. Switch sides. Dancer on the left. So important to stay focused with your gaze and really be listening to your body. If it needs to be a little bit less, listen. If you've got room for a little more, challenge yourself. The whole is the goal, the whole experience of your body, not holding back and not exhausting and forcing. Balanced, powerful. Right here, inhale, exhale, full breath, and stay. Take one more big inhale. Switch back, dancers on the right. Your biggest dancer right here. Left shoulder plugs in, right hip draws forward. Just a little adjustment. Square the body to the top of your mat. Find your fullest expression. You might tip forward a little bit. For 3, 2, 1 more big lift. Switch sides, dancer on the left. Last one here. Get into it. Present. Empowered to find possibility. Where can you actually go? Check in. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1 more big inhale and release. tree. Hands at your heart center. Bring your right foot up. You can have a kickstand here. Yeah, just with the toes on the ground, your right heel to your ankle, left ankle. It can be right foot to inner calf, right foot to inner thigh. Wherever you're going, go there. Get set up. Then grow your tree. Send roots down through that left foot. If you fall out, don't fixate on the foot coming back up if it's in your thigh. Like, just get into the pose, yeah? Don't waste energy fixating. Be here. Growing, grounding, just flowing. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. One more big stretch and release. Tree on the left. Set it up. Really important to push the leg back into the foot, not just from one side here, foot and leg connected. At center, expand your tree. Fullest expression. Three breaths. Biggest breath, expand it, open it, and release. Hands to heart center. Sweep your arms up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing. Downward facing. Warrior one on the right side. Open to warrior two. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straighten out the front leg. Keep reaching forward with your right hands, reaching, and then come down. Right palm to your shin or right fingertips to a block on the outside of your foot. Keeping space in the right side of your body. Don't crunch it up, yeah? Open up into a twist here, left shoulder back. Turning your right ribs up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. See your top hand, gaze up. Twist a little further back. One more, pressing through the feet, grounding down. Stay for the twist. Pull yourself up to stand. Side facing, wide leg, forward fold. So you'll turn your right toes in. The feet are parallel to the ends of your mat. Fold forward, hands on your hips with a flat back. Come down. Just let your upper body go. Hands on the floor. You can walk them back between your legs. You can grab your ankles, whatever feels good here. Just keeping work in the legs. Press through your feet. Lift through your tailbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Long neck. Just let it dangle down. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more here. Soften the upper body. Bring your hands to your hips with a flat back. Come back up to stand. Nice and slow. Turn your toes to face the front of your mat. Pyramid. Step your back foot in part way. Front foot at 12 o'clock. Arms up. Fold over your right leg. Keep active through the legs here. The right hip back, left hip forward. Wake up that stretch and really pressing through both feet equally. Shift your weight back and forth till you get some weight in that back foot. It's not just all in the front leg. Let the upper body go. Breathe in. Fold deeper. Pressing through the back foot. Inner ankles of both feet drawing back energetically, outer ankles down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Twisted triangle. Take your left hand. You can use a block here underneath your hand or just to the inside of the foot, opening up right fingertips to the ceiling. Or right hand on your sacrum, on your low back. That might give you more access to twisting here. Wherever you're going, just 3. In and out. 2, lengthen the spine. Deepen the twist. Take 1 more, spark your fingers, reach. Plant your hands. Inhale to step back, high plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Reach up. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Come down. Using that block if you have it. It's really looking to open up some space through the left side body, more room to twist. If your palm is on your shin, press the shin back up into your palm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach. And twist. See the top hand, spark your fingers. Stay for the exhale. Come all the way up to stand. Side facing, wide leg forward fold with the bind this time. Take your hands interlaced at your low back. Fold over your legs. Soften the knees. Let go of the head. Don't have to hold it up. Knees are soft, but the legs are on, like, working here. Lift the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press your feet down. Fold a little deeper. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to your hips. Come back up to stand with a flat back. Turn the toes to face forward. Step your right foot in. So pyramid pose again, our option here if you want to take the reverse namaste, front facing forward fold, so the legs are the same. Hands, fingertips touching behind your bum, and then turn the fingertips up so you're going into like prayer behind your back. Option, if you don't have the mobility for that, if it doesn't feel good on your shoulders or elbows, then just leave it. Just take the same pose we did on the other side. Left hip back, right hip forward. Press the feet. Let go of your head. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breath. Stay. Up to a flat back. Release the bind if you have a twisted triangle. Right hand down, left hand up. Stretching from your tailbone right to the crown of your head. Keep that left hip bone drawing back. Work the legs. Feet equally pressing down for 3. 2. Twist. Take 1 more. Big breath in. And release. Plant the hands on your mat. Step back to a high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Locust pose right away. Chin to center, arms back beside your body, and then lift everything up. Chest, arms, legs, palms down, shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift higher. Hold right here. Take 1 more breath in. Slowly come down, 1 cheek to your mat. Just sway your hips from side to side. And chin back to center, locust, number 2. Option, hands back. You can have palms on the floor if you need this support in the upper body. It can be a bound locust, 5. 4. 3. Lift higher, squeeze. Use your core to support your low back. One more big breath in. And release all the way down. Bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Grab your outer ankles. We'll take floor bow. So keep the ankles and knees hugging towards center. Instead of your knees splaying wide open, yeah, keep them hugging in, kick back, lift up. Working the legs and the arms here. The arms are just tension. The bow is the legs, right? Working strong to kick back, to lift up for 3, 2, one more. Slowly come all the way down. Windshield wipe the legs from side to side. Just a breath. And set yourself up. Floor bow. Go back up. Kick into your hands. Squeeze to center line. 5, 4, full breaths. 3, go higher, hold it, squeezing, using muscles. Take a big breath in. Slowly come all the way down. Hands by your low ribs. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees and take camel pose. So toes curled under, sitting up tall. Yeah, come hips over, knees, hands onto your low back to start. Lift your chest. Wrap back your elbows and your shoulder blades. Breathing here. Open your throat. Let your head fall back. Breathing deeply. Inhale. Exhale. One more big lift through the chest. Stay for the breath out. Come back up. Plant your hands in front of you. Lift back to downward facing dog, using your core, your hips. Big stretch through the low back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Camel, number 2. Come back down onto your knees. Option, same pose we just did. If you want to go for your heels, reach back for the heels. If you've got the mobility, keeping hips over knees. Chest lifting up. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3, 2. One more big breath. Hold the exhale. Slowly come back up. Plant your hands. Cross your ankles and sweep through. Come down onto your back. Set up for bridge. So onto your back. Ground through the triceps and lift up through your hips. So getting the feet in close enough to your bum, you can kind of graze them with your fingertips. Pressing down through the backs of your arms to get your shoulders integrated, pressing your skull, like all of that connected. Lift your hips up. Breathe in. Really press through the back of your head. Feel that, supporting the neck. Get your hips as high as they can go. Lift your chest for 3, 2. One more big breath in. Slowly come down, knees from side to side. So option is bridges or wheels, yeah? For wheel, hands are by the ears, fingertips grazing the shoulders. Feet in close enough, and then on your inhale, press and lift up. You might just be to the crown of your head, you might have full wheel, you might be in bridge. 5, for 4, 3 more. Hold it. Last 2. Stay. Take a breath in. Tuck your chin. Slowly come down. Knees from side to side. Breath in. And breath out. Wheel, number 2. Go back up. Full expression. 5. Find the peak of the pose here. 3. 2 more. Press every knuckle, not just your palms. Spread the work through the whole hand. Grounding. Breathe in. Slowly come all the way down. Tuck your chin in. Knees from side to side. Just releasing the low back there. Wheel. Number 3. Go up. Keep with it. The whole is the goal. Do the work that fits for you. Not exhausting yourself, but not giving up on yourself. For 4. Spread the fingers. Ground the knuckles. 2. 1 more breath in. Tuck your chin. Slowly come down. Knees from side to side. It's the option just to stay up. It's actually more work to come up and down, in my opinion. You got to lift your weight up every time. Number 4, wheel. Go back up. Firm through your foundation. Muscles of the arms and legs hugging into the bones. Glutes, core, like the whole back and shoulders. Every muscle of the body gets involved here for 3. For 2. 1 more breath in. Slowly come back down. Tuck your chin. Knees from side to side. 2 more. You got it. If it's bridges, make them powerful bridges. Nothing wrong with that. Go back up. Number 5, wheel or bridge. Inhale. Exhale. For 4. For 3. Fullest expression. Find it. Peak it. Take another breath in. And release. Come all the way down. Knees from side to side. Take a couple breaths here. Just give yourself a little pep talk. Yeah. If you've been like doing just bridges and you know that there might be a wheel hiding, don't hold back. Yeah. Do the work. Empower yourself. Just show yourself how strong you actually are. And sometimes that might mean doing the bridge. If you're forcing the wheels and suffering through them, do a bridge, will you? The right amount of work for you. 1 more. 5 breaths. Go up. Bridge or wheel for 5. 4 more. Stay with it. Press down. Pull in. Lift up. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last 1. Full expression. And slowly come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Knees wide. Take right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Just rest for a moment. After all that work you just did, allow yourself to land. Check your heartbeat, check your breath. Slow it back down. Like just acknowledge the triumph, the completing the back bends. Yeah, whatever showed up for you, triumph, powerful. Listening to your body, compassion for your body, that's the real work of this practice. It's not about forcing, pushing, straining, suffering. It's being present to what's actually available to you, appreciating it. Powered by it. Happy baby or dead bug, grab the outside edges of your feet. Draw knees down towards armpits. The soles of your feet face the ceiling. You can be still here in dead bug, really pressing your lower back into the floor. Focus on that lumbar spine, tailbone down. Maybe you sway from side to side a little bit. Happy baby. Both feet up to the ceiling. Hands behind your head with your elbows wide. Lift your shoulders, ribs to hips. Take a breath in. Lower one heel just off the mat, scissor legs. Alternating your legs here. Keep the shoulders lifted for 10, 9, 8, 7, don't rush. 6, pressing out through the heels. 5, core strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Elbows wide, ribs to hips, squeezing in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet up. Hands underneath your low back. Let your head and shoulders rest on the floor now. Take a breath in. Lower down 30%. Inhale. Down 60. Breath in. Down 90. Keep the core engaged. Look to your toes. Shoulders lift. Breathe. Hold. Flex your pinky toes back to your face. Press your heels away. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Lift your feet back up. Head and shoulders down. Lower down 30% on your exhale. Breathe in. Keep your lower back on the floor. Down another 30%. Take a breath in. Lower down 90% to the floor. Look at your toes. Point your toes forward. Flutter kick like you're swimming for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big toes touch. Flex the feet. Lift them up. Head and shoulders down. Lower 30%. Breathe in. Down 60. Press your low back to the floor. Belly to spine. Inhale. 90%. Look at the toes. Keep your feet flexed. Scissor kick back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet flexed. Lift them up. Bend your knees. Hands behind your head. Abdominal twist. Bicycles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees into your chest. Grab the backs of your knees. Give yourself a squeeze in. You'll get a rock front to back. Just massaging at your spine. Do a few rock and rolls. And you'll bring yourself up to Navasana, boat. Balancing on the tailbone. Shins parallel to the floor if you can do that. Yeah, easy boat here, supporting. If you need hands behind the knees, take them. If you're really tired, hands behind you, even heels down. You can just create. Lift the chest, integrate the shoulders. Okay, whatever version you're in, that's happening. Core strong, shoulders back, chest lifts. Option for upward facing boat, if you want to grab your feet or your toes and extend your legs. For 5. 4 more. In, out, lift, squeeze. 2. Biggest breath in, biggest breath out, and release. Half pigeon on the right side, okay? So you can take a flow to get through. I'm just going to go right here. So it's right shin parallel to the top of my mat, sweeping the left leg back, setting it up. So left foot, you can have the toes pointed. I prefer them curled under. It supports the knee a bit more, your call. Arms out in front. If you need something to support that right hip, you can put a block or a water bottle underneath the back of your right thigh or your right bum cheek. Just checking in. If it's too much on your knee on the right side, you can bring your right heel closer into your groin a little bit. And just find where you land. If you're like, this could be half pigeon up here on your hands, okay? That's for some people, that's plenty of stretch. If it's on forearms, forearms on a block, or maybe even forehead to your hands stacked. Find your breath. check in right here. The whole is the goal. So it's not a time now in these last poses to check out, start planning your day, thinking what's next. Here and now, still in the practice, still in the breathing, the focus, right? Your eyes might be closed and your drishti, your attention can still be right here. Feel the sensations, focus on them, and send breath, send support to those areas. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Get another breath here. Sit onto your right hip. Swing your left leg around. Double pigeon. So stacking ankles and knees. Okay, you're not just sitting cross-legged for this pose. Feels a little more awkward. Okay, so getting that right ankle on top of the left ankle on top of the right knee. You've got like the top of your left thigh parallel to the sole of your right foot. From here, with the feet and knees stacked, you can start to come forward. This might be plenty for you just sitting up. Yeah, be there. No forcing, no suffering. The hip poses are not about you being like in agony, wanting it to be desperately over. That's not the point, okay? A little discomfort is good. It means you're working mobility. You're going to create more flexibility, but not to force pain. It's not the point. See how deep you can go. Giving yourself space from your thoughts, just experiencing, breathing, right here in this moment. Couple more. Deepen if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come back up. Half pigeon on the left side. So again, however you want to get there. If there's a flow of vinyasa you want to take it. Or I'm just going to sweep my right leg behind me. Keep that left shin parallel to the top of the mat. One side might be tighter than the other, so just be okay with that. Settle into the pose. Breathe here. Let yourself get to the edge. Find the spot where your body stops you, not your mind. couple more. See if you can sink any deeper. That edge can move. Open up some space. Breath in. Breath out. Sweep the back leg around. Double pigeon, stacking ankles and knees. Letting there be stillness in these final poses, yeah, not fidgeting. Like if you have to fidget, then you do that, right? Compassion for yourself. And if you can avoid it, if you can be still, just know that that's going to give you the most benefit from these more restorative poses. Find your edge, get to the spot where you feel the sensations, but you're not desperate to come out. Wanting to come out and being in agony and forcing yourself to stay, it's different things. No agony, no suffering, no forcing. Breathing through some discomfort, knowing you can stay and just doing that, different than forcing yourself to stay. Go to your edge. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full inhale. Full exhale. Slowly come back up to sit. Take your time. We'll set up for frog pose. So coming sideways on the mat. Unravel your legs. Don't rush here, okay? So with frog, option if you need to. Some people like to roll up the ends of the mat just to give the knees extra padding. I'm good on carpet. I don't need it here. Taking your knees wide. Looking for 90-degree bends at the knees, okay? So you don't want to have your feet out too wide. Keep that ankle in line with the knee. Same with your hips. So you're not too far in front of your knees or too far behind. The hips are in line with the knees. And from here, come down onto forearms. If you need to do frog from up here on your palms, that's okay. Or putting a block under your chest, something for support if it's there, needed. Let your knees slide open as wide as they can. Feel that's like it's a big hip and groin stretch. Come down as deep as you need to feel it. Challenge yourself. And just breathe. Hold for about a minute. Where does your mind take you when you get still? You can clear the thoughts if you're able to do that and to get present to the physicality, to the sensations, to the breath. Just this knowing that can come through. Clarity, space. Be still. couple more breaths. In and out. Slowly make your way out. Don't rush. You'll sit up with your legs out in front of you. Seated single leg extension. Take the right foot to the inner left thigh. Fold over the left leg. Breathe in. Press your right knee towards the floor. Draw the crown of the head towards the toes. One more inhale. And exhale. Come up to sit. Switch sides. Right leg out. Left foot to your inner right thigh. Fold over the right leg. Breathe in. Oh, nice and deep. One more inhale. Pressing that left knee down. Draw deeper into the fold. Sit up. Both legs out in front of you. Seated forward fold. Draw the sit bones back. Your tailbone, like pull that out of the way. Fold over your legs. And get hold of your feet or ankles if you want to guide yourself deeper. Force, but gently guiding. Chest to thighs. Long neck here. Tuck the chin. You're not looking at your toes, okay? Look between your shins or your knees. Just let that space in the spine and neck open up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Back up to sit. Reverse plank or reverse table. Plant your hands behind you. So reverse plank, the legs are straight. You're going to lift the hips up with the body straight. If that's a bit too much right here, if it doesn't feel good, you can bend the knees, ankles under knees. Press the hips up. Flat body here for 5, 4, 3. Lift. And slowly come down. Straighten out the legs, fish pose. Tuck your fingertips underneath the tops of your bum cheeks. You'll come down onto your forearms. Just letting your head fall back, opening the throat. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Big breath in. Lift your chest, open your throat. One more. Slowly release. Come down onto your back. Option here for shoulder stand. I'm going to do a headstand, but I'll demo quickly. So shoulder stand, lifting the hips up over the shoulders. Hands at your low back. So stacking the body as best you can. Ankles over knees, over hips, over shoulders. Option 1, if you practice a headstand, I haven't done a headstand yet this morning. I like to do one every morning. I'm going to come up. I'm just listening to your body, okay? If you're not able to do a headstand yet, but you're interested, there are workshops on this channel. Check them out. Lots of people have given me the feedback. It's helped them get into one, so just try. Building the strength. The whole is the goal. It's not just getting to the pose, it's the journey, it's the steps to get there. Breathing, present. If you're in shoulder stand, you can take plow if you'd like to, letting the feet come behind the head. If you're in a headstand, slowly come down, take a child's pose. If you're in plow, you can take your knees to your ears if you want to transition to that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come back down onto your mat. Extend your left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest. Supine twist. Draw the right knee across the body. Take a breath in. Keep your right shoulder down. Gaze over the right shoulder and then really focus on guiding that right knee over to the left side. Breathe in. Deepen your twist. Come back to center. Hips shift over to the left, a couple centimeters. Draw the left knee into your chest. Bring it across the body. Gaze left, shoulders down. Breath in. Breath out. A couple more breaths here. Deepen it. Full inhale. Full exhale. Come back to center. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Take a hand on your belly, hand on your heart. Just a couple breaths. Land yourself. Let's do this before we move to the final pose. Take a moment and acknowledge yourself for somewhere that you felt triumphant in this last 90 minutes. Something that you accomplished, something that you listened to in your body. Maybe it was even resting when you didn't want to. Not forcing. Like, where did you feel triumph, success, celebration? Breathe in. Breathe out. Shavasana. Close your eyes. Let your arms and legs fall open. And just rest in stillness. Do a reading from Journey to the Heart on Sundays, so you stay where you are. Open your heart. She laughed so much she made me giggle. Do you laugh and smile all the time? I asked the woman. Are you this happy all the time? My heart is open and healed, she said. I laugh a lot, but I cry a lot too. An open heart feels all it needs to feel. Cry when it hurts. At the end of your tears, you will see more clearly. Tears clear out our eyes and our heart. Cry whenever you need to. Laugh often as you can. Laugh with friends. Laugh out loud. The discoveries, the growth, the insights, the closeness, the sharing. The learning don't have to be such serious, somber moments. Truth is discovered most often in laughter. Bonds are formed. Love becomes unveiled. Cry a lot. Laugh a lot. Let life reveal its mysteries to you. Let love find you, course through you. Touch all you meet through your laughter and tears. The fortunate person is not the one who wins the lottery. That's luck. We find fortune when we open our hearts and learn the secret of life. Laughter and tears are the signs of an open heart. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Arms up over your head. Take a big full body stretch. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting tall. Hands at heart center with your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. Thumbs to your forehead center. And the wholeness in me acknowledges the wholeness in you. We finish the practice together with a bow. Thank you. Complete. Congratulations. I mean, I know Carrie's out there who did this 40 days program with me. If you're somebody catching this like later in the future, if you did the program and you're watching this later on, I acknowledge you. If you've just been doing extra yoga because I've been posting these videos, I appreciate that and I acknowledge you for that too. It's been really fun and I'm ready to start putting a focus on some more food videos for a little while because it's been a lot of yoga. I'll still be doing yoga. This Sunday class won't go anywhere. It'll be 60 minutes again next week. Don't stress about that. And yeah, we'll keep moving forward with that and adding in a couple classes here and there. Always open to commenting in the videos. If you do a video and want more of one of those things you see, comment and let me know. I see the comments. And yeah, keep moving your body, keep nourishing your body. Have an awesome rest of your day. Happy Memorial Day to all of you down there in the US. And yeah, love you guys. Thanks for flying with me. I'm gonna come and check the chat and end it quickly because it's gonna look like ridiculously long, I feel like at this point. Yeah. So good. Thank you for being here. What? Carrie's sister got in a wheel for the first time. I love that. Congratulations, Carrie's sister. That's amazing accomplishment. So good. Killing it. Thanks, Anita. I'm glad you stayed. Did the 90 minutes, Ed. Have an awesome day, everybody. And yeah, I'm going to end the stream, but the chat keeps going. So if you have anything else, I stick around for a minute after anyway. Have an awesome day. I'll see you soon.